Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review South Park, The Streaming Wars. And this is a new special on Paramount Plus for the South Park gang from Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And we find the town, you have Randy, who's being called Karen by everybody, and Randy finally finds out what a Karen means, and because if he wants to feel like he's being treated with respect and needs to talk to a manager, he should be able to. And it's just like, oh my god. And they really went there and leaned heavily into that Karen joke, and it worked. It was funny. But you have Randy, and you have Tolkien's dad still competing with their weed companies, Credigree Weed and Tegrity Weed. And here's the issue. There's a water deficiency in Denver. And they really need water from up in South Park. Who has the runoff? And now we have water streaming wars. Everybody has a streaming service now. Why can't there just be one streaming service where they could get all of their water content that they need? I am smirking at the camera right now because as this joke started settling in on me watching this special, I'm just like, you got me. I'm like, this is obviously going to be about streaming services, but I did not realize it was going to be about water streams to start. And this episode really draws on Chinatown a lot, and it's just like, oh dang, this is a really smart and clever kind of lampooning of Chinatown and using it to great effect. And you have a pee-pee who really needs his water to mix with his pee-pee in the water park. And you have this other guy who really needs all the water. And how they test that the water goes downstream, they get Tolkien and Stan to make little boats. And then they have to make a boat company. And then they're making these boats for different streaming services. And how could they not have exclusive deals to these streaming services? And then you're just like, oh my god, they're going at it again. And they were like on rare form in this episode for South Park in terms of just the amount of gags that they were doing, in terms of there are some elements that kind of pull it down, like that are really like old early South Park that are just like like Cartman has this whole side thing where he wants to get his mom breast implants so like she could get a rich man to marry her so they can move out of the hot dog that they're living in. And then when like Cartman winds up taking some drastic measures because his mom won't do it, somebody will. And I'm just like, okay, this is a dumb joke. This is like not great. But there's also some really fun return of Man Bear Pig, who is causing a bunch of the ice to melt and the water to evaporate because they're being attacked by Man Bear Pig. And how they use Man Bear Pig in this episode is hilarious. And I'm definitely not spoiling that for you, but it'll be pretty shocking. And it sets up some intriguing mystery and like Chinatown level conspiracy here. And I'm just like, okay, I can get behind this. This is actually really interesting. And I think this was a very clever episode, like special of South Park. It's building a lot off of this most recent season with the Credigree Weed and the Tegrity Weed competition. And where it leaves you is, okay, there's a really dark force kind of moving things around in South Park and some very bad consequences coming up. And I'm very excited to see where they go from here, but this was a really strong and enjoyable special on Paramount Plus. But those are my thoughts on South Park The Streaming Wars. Let me know what you think and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.